The race for mayor of St. Louis was lost by a mere 888 votes. The question is, did the egos of a few black men cause the leading black female candidate to lose the race? Hey everybody, what's up? And welcome to Social Thoughts with Dr. Nick. And I read a very nice article today in The Root, and it was discussing the mayor's race for St. Louis. And bottom line, it pretty much came down to just two people. And it was a city alderman by the name of Lyda Crewson, and she's 64 years old. And on the other side, it was a 44-year-old city treasurer by the name of Tashura Jones. And unfortunately, Miss Jones lost the race by only 888 votes. That's it. And in the city of the size of St. Louis, that's like half a block or a block even. But still, it happened. But there was a problem. And unfortunately, there were some other people who were in the race and very far behind, and they decided not to drop out for whatever reason. So let's talk about that today. Well, the story reads like this pretty much. There were a few black men who were really far behind in the polling, but they decided not to drop out of the race. And when the final results came in, Mrs. Crewson won by 32%, and Miss Jones came in second with 30.4%. Okay, you got that? And the black males were so far behind, the closest male got 18%, the next one got 16%, and there's one person who stayed in the race with only 3%. That's all they got. So they were more than 10 points behind. So now you can take that as you want to, but then also add this in there just to be fair, because in St. Louis there's around 200,000 registered voters in the city, but only 56,000 voted, and all the rest stayed home for some reason. So we really need to work on that as well. And just to continue, I really want to add that the fact that only 25% of the eligible voters of the city in St. Louis voted, that's a huge problem. So people need to really get down, do some community organizing on increasing the voter turnout. That's really important. And at the same time, I also want to add this piece too, because in my opinion, if it would have been really nice if the other candidates would have followed one of the other golden rules, which is lead, follow, or get the hell out of the way. So let's talk about lead. So I'm just saying, for example, of the three black men who stayed in the race, let's say that two of them dropped out and they followed and they got behind one of the leading black men by the polls, I guess you could say. So then, the race would have changed and maybe even thrown some votes over the Jones even, but it just would have looked better on the surface. So think about that. Or number two, follow. You know that you're not going to catch up to Miss Jones, so just drop out of the race completely and throw your support behind her. Because my guess is most likely what she would have done if she would have ended up winning is put you on in a deputy position or something like that, so where you could have gotten some experience. So when the next time it came around, the re-election or a new election or whatever, after she served her terms, plural terms, you'll be ready to go because you have all that experience. Or get the hell out of the way. I mean, you just drop out and keep your mouth shut and don't say shit. Period. But no. And so as I close out this video, I just want to leave a message to Miss Jones, and I doubt that she'll ever see it, but I'm going to say it anyhow. And my suggestion to you is that the next time there's a mayor's race, you should run. And know what? You'll probably win. But in the meantime, since you are still city treasurer, you be the best damn city treasurer this country has ever seen. Dot your I's, cross your T's, make sure everything is on point, okay? Because know what you can do? Because I don't want to constantly say, if you see the mayor screw up or something goes wrong, always throw shade or throw crap on her. That kind of looks bad. But what you can do for certain topics, my suggestion is that you find an open microphone, discuss the problem, and say how you would handle the situation differently and how you would solve the problem. Period. That's all you have to do. And third, I really doubt that you'll have issues with those same guys running again against you the same way they did, because I think your loss might have left a bad taste in people's mouth. So just think about that for a little bit. And on that note, I'm out. You guys have a great day. Stay tuned, and I will talk to you soon. All right. Bye.